There are things on the internet made to make you angry.
JOJO! Have you learned nothing? You're a kidney.
Maybe make you type out a comment that you might regret later. And that type of content is called rage bait. It's considered a manipulation tactic to elicit outrage with the goal of increasing internet traffic. And the more something gets pushed out, the more people can see it and potentially react to it. Woo, so fun. We love the algorithm. Sometimes I like to picture it's like some dude standing there. Too cute, problematic. This one's good. Rage bait is unfortunately everywhere that you look on social media, covering niches all the way from tech to food. But when does it get too far? Too controversial or even unethical?
One thing about me and my cat is we are going to do oral. And what I mean by that is I'm going to perform it on him while he sits back and relaxes.
Rage bait in particular kind of reminds me of the boomers on Facebook, the ones that are getting emotional over super obvious AI images.
This horrible AI image says, "Today's my birthday, no one loved me because I'm poor." The amount of people who think that this is real and are commenting like, "Happy birthday, don't be sad, keep your head up," whatever, all these things. Astonishing. This needs to be studied.
I do want to say though, that this is all coming from someone who is very gullible. Like, you could tell me that the aliens are here right now and I would go get my tinfoil hat out. Cue X-Files music. We're gonna be looking at several creators that do rage bait, starting in the beauty community. Well, that's a fun and new twist on it. Get ready with me. Interesting. There's no wasting product or public outrage at all. The online beauty community has existed for a while, but now that we have TikTok, the content has kind of changed a bit. There's this account that I found and I kept seeing her when I was searching up rage bait in the beauty community. Let me just say that as a forewarning, her videos are definitely ones that you have to watch until the end. Am I missing something? That doesn't even look that bad. You know, the people that can do makeup, it doesn't matter who you are, how much you put on, what you look like, top tier talent. Like, looking closer at Rachel's account, it also seemed like the only videos that did well with the algorithm are the ones where she's doing this, you know, interesting contouring.
It is not rage bait for the millionth time. It's the makeup I love. I can't relate to desperation.
But Rachel and the countless other beauty influencers trying to increase their engagement can only go so far. They can only do so much before they try to get canceled. Public outrage, but to a certain degree, or mile in this case. But canceled for what, you might ask? Oh, just for something called blackface.
The darkest of blacks would get called out for cultural appropriation. I don't think Lupita from Us could even like match this shade.
Okay. So I'm absolutely sick and tired of other races using black people for rage bait and viewership.
Kevin Leonardo, a controversial creator that I don't even need to explain because, well...
I'm super into rubbing my cat's sticky discharge with my fingers.
Getting a general idea yet?
So I do this thing where sometimes I will literally just like pee all over the floor.
You might have heard of Kevin already, or if you're so lucky that you haven't. This guy is known for his, interesting content.
This is Youthforia's Darkest Foundation fully applied on my face. The darkest of blacks would get called out for cultural appropriation if they wore this Youthforia foundation shade.
Like, he literally could have just done it on his arm to show the different shades, but he's not doing that. That's the problem, and that's going beyond rage bait at that point. It's more than just setting himself up. He's committing. Most famous from the video of him using Nair, he apparently has educational videos explaining to people how to do all sorts of stuff.
Is the process of cleaning out your butt before having receptive
Then this is what happens when you get way too comfortable on the internet, everybody. I wish I had the confidence, to be honest with you. Kevin is not new to controversy. I mean, he often uses shock value at the start of his videos to hook viewers into watching.
I've been stalking these beautiful children that I've been trying to snatch from their mother for months.
Only to then bait and switch at the last minute to say something entirely different.
My mom and I rescued this beautiful black kitten kitten from our street. I think it's between 6 to 8 weeks old, and I just like was in a rush to capture this one.
And the more that I watched, the more that I realized that it was an entirely different and interesting sense of humor that I didn't really understand, with the content on the surface appearing like satire, kind of like in his Nair apology video, where he referenced the Colleen Ballinger ukulele video. You could say that the humor is bringing light in the midst of darkness.
All aboard the toxic gossip train, chugging down the tracks of butt hair removal.
I'm sorry, Nair. His comments are insane. We're getting out of the butthole with this one. He definitely has his supporters that understand his content. Gotta give him that. But you know, the guy's a little weird, and he's weird because of this last part.
So yeah, I am a groomer, but like only for like my butt hair bloomers.
But even with the constant trolling done for more engagement, that is clearly working despite growing in controversy.
Like, I literally have roleplayed on Jeffrey Epstein's island as a gay bottom from Thailand at my grown age.
Deception and red herrings aren't just reserved for Kevin. JoJo Siwa and her latest marketing campaign, Jack Doherty. The street interviews where the creators change what the answers are that they're getting. Twitch streamers pretending to be so lazy that people actually believe it. These are all prime examples of rage bait, taking it on in different forms like Pokemon. What rage-inducing influencer will I watch today?
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
JoJo Siwa, which I thought would be good to talk about now since she's been releasing all sorts of new music since her initial one, Karma. She's been gaining, obviously, a lot more popularity with her new dances to market her songs in ways that definitely seem to be working well. People are loving it.
And your #1 first place overall goes to Karma by JoJo Siwa with an astonishing, record-breaking 3.1 million dislikes!
You know what? At least JoJo got first place in something. She actually beat Taylor Swift in the amount of dislikes that she got, so that's something, I guess.
I am the only person that can say I beat Taylor Swift on a list of something.
What is this monstrosity in the background that is scaring me? What if you were walking around at night in that household and you see that? That is very scary. The dance looks like there is a mosquito attacking her and she's trying to get it off of her. What is that move? You did not just see me do that. That was a clone. We're in a simulation. That wasn't real. From the rebranding of her new edgy identity to getting drunk at Disneyland.
We're in China! It's my 9th drink.
To now promoting guilty pleasure, which is not how I remember Bob the Builder. But there's no way that JoJo isn't doing this on purpose to farm engagement. I don't believe it. There are TikToks of people trying to figure out if it's actually rage bait, which I think are pretty compelling.
JoJo Siwa played us all, and it's because she's a marketing genius. You know that clip of her dancing in a Karma and stuff, like all aggressively, everyone commenting like, you're doing too much, you're doing too much. She admitted in an interview that she knew it looked bad. She purposely did it because she knew people would talk about it.
But even through copying logos from a popular metal band, I'm talking about Tool, by the way, and the fans are not happy about it. I think arguably, though, the biggest copycats to ever exist on TikTok is the Twitch streamer trend.
Day in the life of a small streamer.
It's all from Tech Talk, a community of people talking about gaming, PCs, and camera gear that I was actually a part of for a few months. I know, okay, don't ask. I was bored, and I do really bizarre and unexplainable things when I'm bored. Look, I have video proof. Are you tired of your videos looking like this? Overexposed? Too bright? So you might ask yourself, why does it look good for my eyes but not on here? Don't be dumb, use one of these. But this trend really took off with two creators, Vyoko and Kaya Mintz.
Living alone as a full-time content creator. I slept in pretty late. For the first time, I'm starting to experience what it's like to have actual responsibilities.
I do want to mention that me being in the tech space meant that I actually got to connect with Vyoko. We follow each other on Instagram. Instagram and TikTok. In my opinion, the way that his content is shot is kind of like an exaggerated take on a topic.
I hate people who own a bed frame because buying a bed frame is the worst investment you can make. But that's why I decided to give it a try and ordered one for my own apartment.
The thing is, Vyoko and his friend Kaya Mintz have not only built their entire careers on RageBait, but they've also fooled millions of people into believing a fake lifestyle.
They're always talking in their videos about how draining content creation is and how tired they are and how hard their work is. And a lot of people are not very happy with them saying this.
It reminds me of Kevin Leonardo from earlier, but instead of the graphic educational content, Vyoko and Kaya Mintz say things in their videos meant to bring in more engagement.
I hate things that are black. Like, let's be real, most things look better when they're white. That's why almost anything you'll see in my possession is white. And there's a good reason for that. It's a way better looking color that you can literally match with anything.
The amount of views that Vyoko gets is insane. 30 million views, 29 million views, 19 million views. But it begs the question of this entire video. Is RageBait actually harmful in the long run, or is it a new way to play against the algorithm? But I want to hear your thoughts on RageBaiting, because let me just say that negativity is a hell of a drug. Alright, that's all for the video. Thank you for watching, and stay cool.